Let's go shopping. And that's when it got problematic, folks. No winning right now. Hi, I'm Dr. V. Boykin, a former single mom, felon, stripper, now a doctor, keynote speaker, and author of Fix Your Face and Watch Your Tone. I help marginalized communities achieve a more equitable personal and professional experience. Let's go shopping. Or maybe let's not go shopping. I was watching a video and they were talking about how they were boycotting Walmart, as many members of marginalized communities are right now due to DEI rollbacks. They're not the only company. They were talking about how they actually had to go into Walmart, I think it was to pick up glasses or something, and how there were no Black people in there. And they were saying, like, mission accomplished, assignment received, on the same page. In fact, the only people they saw in there were the Black employees. And that's when it got problematic, folks. So what are we doing? And how are we doing this? Because if we don't shop at Walmart, what about the people from our community, from marginalized communities, from the global majority communities that are then not going to have employment? Because if sales goes down, hours go down. And when hours go down, that affects the paycheck. So are we making the impact we want to have? When we look at a company like Target that has been so prominent and proud in displaying its partnerships with marginalized community businesses, right? For example, well, I don't want to name product names, but there are definitely markets and channels. So are we not buying those products because they're in Target? Or are we just not buying those products at Target? And if we're not buying those products at Target or at Walmart, where are we buying them? Because we know that we don't have storefronts and the reach to distribute them. There's no place I can go to find that Bob product, Black-owned business, that product, and buy it when I don't have access or choose not to have access to a Target or a Walmart. So how are we playing and negotiating this? Either way, it seems like we might be on the receiving end of negative consequences, which is exactly what we're trying to influence and avoid. And we find ourselves not only in this double bind within our personal lives as we're looking to spend money. Which restaurant do I go to? Do I only go to a restaurant that's owned by someone who is brown or Black? Or am I going to the major chains because they employ brown and Black? Like, what is the solution? But we're doing the same things in the workplace. We're deciding how much of ourselves we want to give to the corporate agenda based on how they treat us and what their policies are. And that's really tough. Like, I'm upset because I couldn't go and buy what I wanted to buy because I'm standing 10 toes down on principle. Now I come into the workplace and I'm being asked to make those compromises again. And I'm in that double bind again. Do I give my best and brightest and most talented self because that's what they're paying me for? Or do I give middle of the road myself because that's what they're paying me for? Or they're making me feel like that's what they deserve? This is additional stress that we should not have to navigate. This is a lack of equitable experience because there's counterparts that are not impacted the same way. And we are navigating it in a different way because it's real personal for those of us in Black and brown communities. I actually don't have an answer. And I really would love it if someone would give me one, because sometimes it's just easier to be spoon-fed the solution. But the solutions they're giving us right now aren't good ones. They're not equitable, they're not fair, they're not right, they're not just, and in some cases, they're not even lawful. So how are you spending your money? Because all that is required of you is to spend it in a way that is consistent with your values, as close to your values as you can get in a untenable situation where there is no right answer, where there are no clear solutions. In fact, the clearest exchange I can find is literally when I go to my individual hairdresser who has her individual line of products and I give her my individual money. But then she picks up the hairdryer that I don't think she got it at Target. She probably got it at Hair Supply. But you understand what I'm saying. Those products may be sourced from places I don't want to support because I don't feel like they're supporting me. So I guess the message that I'm bringing is, if you feel that there is no winning right now, that may not just be a feeling. It may be factual. But as you make individual choices that feel true to your principles and to your values, I just want to give you a little bit of encouragement. We're all doing, well, most of us are doing the best we can. And I know that you are. And it's okay if you don't get it right every time. It's okay if Walmart is 10 minutes from you and that's where you need to go and you can't go down into a community to make a purchase. It's okay if you feel your hands aren't entirely clean. This is going to be a very long 4+ years. It's going to be very disappointing and very challenging at times. What I can say is, for the companies that you know that are not divesting, for the companies that you've seen support businesses and individuals and product lines in the past, for the companies that you feel have not exploited you, definitely go spend there and make the compromises that allow you to show up as the most authentic version of yourself. Because getting it right may not be as clearly defined right now as we all hope it would be.